though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Who you with Kurt? I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm in. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm in. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm in. Welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak. I'm in. 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 I'm in. Who you with, Kurt dog? Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt dog. I'm M. Who You With, Kurt dog. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hopefully y'all had a great day, a great week. Boy, it's hotter than fish grease in Dallas. So hopefully y'all staying hydrated and staying safe. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. I see you in the house early tonight. Said it's the People Show. Yeah, it's the People Show because we about to do some things. I came running in because, had to talk to my home care tonight. She was like, yeah, we talking about some stuff we're doing for the show in the future. And I looked up, I said, oops, I gotta go. She was like, all right, we'll talk tomorrow. So shout out to Miss Risky, my sidekick who is always on top of things and coming up with some good ideas for the show. So she will be on the show tomorrow. So I can't wait until then. But other than that, tonight we're going to talk about Garbin. He was one of the guys that was accused of allegedly well, it wouldn't be allegedly. He was accused of the kidnapping plot for the Michigan governor. So we're going to talk about him. And then yesterday it was a showdown. Greg Abbott versus Judge Clay Jenkins here in Dallas about this mask mandate. So we're going to talk about that. And also we're going to talk about the crate challenges. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, because it sounds fun and all of that, but some of these challenges I'm looking like, wow. So we're going to talk about that, and hopefully people. I understand it. It sounds like a fun thing, but after a certain age, and it doesn't matter what age you are. But after a certain age, you don't heal quick. So you're trying to do things that you putting your life in danger. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And if it's something on your mind, you're more than welcome to call in. Let's talk about it. Ask me questions. Ask questions because. As Marcella Smith say all the time, it's the People Show. And by it being the People Show, the show belongs to you. You dictate what we do and don't do on the show based upon what you like to know. So it's the People Show. So definitely, I guess at this point, it's time to get this party started. Lord have mercy, I don't even have the right story. Okay. So, which this is crazy. I know we talked about this last year against when they stormed the Capitol in Grand Rapids last year. over the state order coronavirus restriction, um, because they wanted them to open the state back up, and they felt like by them storming the Capitol armed in Michigan, and they planned to kidnap the governor of Michigan, and then turned around and they got a slap on the wrist. Now, here's the problem. That's the kidnapping part, the plot to kidnap her. And but the fact that they was able to storm the Capitol in Michigan and nothing was done about it. That's the reason why we had January 6th to happen. Because if they would have took actions on them storming the Capitol in Michigan, it would have prevented them from going to Washington, because it would have sent the message: you do this, these are the consequences for your actions. But instead, as we can see, a lot of these folks are still getting a slap on the wrist. Now, uh, this came out, I guess, today. Um, Welcome to the show, Radio. I'm going to say Radio Kurt, though. Radio Chaos. Welcome to the show. Glad that you always support the show coming on. I appreciate your support. And so a man gets 6 years in prison at Michigan governor kidnapping plot. Now, well, I'm going to read through the story, get your opinion, and go from there. A man upset over state order coronavirus restriction was sentenced to just over 6 years in prison Wednesday for planning to kidnap Michigan Governor Richard Whitmer, a significant break that reflected his quick decision to cooperate and help agents build a case against others. Ty Garbin admitted his role in the alleged scam weeks after his arrest last fall. He is among 6 men charged in federal court, but the only one to plead guilty so far. It was a key victory for prosecutors as they tried to prove in a starting plot against the rest. Garbin apologized to Whitman, who was not in court, and her family. I cannot even begin to imagine the amount of stress and fear her family felt because of my action. And for that, I'm truly sorry, the 25-year-old aviation mechanic told the judge. In his plea agreement, Garbin said the 6-man trained at his property near Luther, Michigan, constructing a shoot house to resemble Whitmore vacation home and assaulting it with firearm. The government noted Garbin's expectation cooperation as U.S. District Judge Robert Junker to give him credit for helping investigators reinforce their case against his co-defender. The Constitution is designed to ensure that we work out our fundamental and different views peacefully, not at the point of a gun, not with some other blunt force threat like kidnapping conspiracy, the judge said. Prosecutor recommended a 9-year sentence term, but Junker went shorter at 6.25 years, saying he was convinced that Garbin was an excellent prospect to stay out of trouble when released from prison. The government and Garbin lawyer turned praising his willingness to admit guilt even before investigators revealed all the evidence following his arrest. Garbin didn't hold back. Assistant U.S. Attorney Niles Kessler said he would come out and say, "We plan to do this, and I was knowingly a part of it." He sat for hours answering all of our questions. Indeed, defense attorney Gary Springstead told the judge that Garbin is going to be a star witness against the others. He later told reporter that Garbin can tell what was in his mind at that time, which is that This wasn't some fascinated plot. This was real, and he can tell the government why he believed other people had the same intent that he did, and show them where to look. Um, so, with that being said, when the story came out, they was talking about actually um, kidnapping this governor and possibly killing her. So we reported on this during that time, which I truly feel when you go to the extreme of talking about kidnapping and killing someone, that's pretty harsh, because once you're arrested, that person don't come back. 6.25 years, to me, that's not it. Would that really send them a message? I'm just kind of curious. Welcome to the show, all aboard. Said I'm tuned in. Um, that's to me. That's a you have to. They went to do wanted to do some harsh treatment to this governor. So you need to be able to protect that governor and send a message to everyone. We're not going to allow this. If you do this, these are your consequences. 6.25 years is like a flap on the wrist. I don't know. I'm not in law. I don't do law, so maybe that's the standard for it. But I think they really should have sent the message and gave him the 9 or 10 years that they wanted to give. And that would have sent the message to everybody who think about this. That's just me. I'm like, hell, you up here doing it, you making all these plans, doing all this training, you make a replica of her vacation home and then turn around and shoot it up. No, that's a little bit harsh to do that. So I'm like, hell, do the same thing they were planning on doing to her. These are domestic terrorists. There's no other way of putting this, a domestic terrorist, for the simple fact they still trying to overturn our government. And y'all giving them a flap in the wrist, like, oh, it's okay. We feel like you won't get in trouble no more. So what happened the next time they get in trouble? If they get in trouble again, people are mentally challenged when it comes down to certain things. And because of that, we need to treat them accordingly to make them have their sense back and get them time to heal. Uh, just a flap on the wrist ain't gonna do it. And what's really strange about this situation, this is something else you really got to look at. Okay, they was making plans to do this. They was making plans to do this, but he got more time than some of these uh, terrorists that attacked Capitol Hill on January 6th. He got 6.5 years. Most of those terrorists been getting months or getting no time at all. So where the message is like, oh, you plan to do this, but once again, it's okay. You can attack Capitol Hill or our government, but you're just going to get a slap on the wrist. If you're just not tuning in, you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. If you are on my personal Facebook page, please go to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, dog. You can live chat with us in the chat, and we can display your message. So you can definitely do that and be a part of the show. But yeah, my thing is, I feel like it's a flap on the wrist, but he did get more time than what they got for attacking Capitol Hill. Out of all of them, he got 6.25 years. Let's break it down, because here it is. We talk about this all the time about the difference between white laws and black laws. He gets 6.5 years for making plans to kidnap the governor of Michigan. The people that did the domestic terrorists on Capitol Hill, they getting a slap on the wrist also, and getting months of time served, or no time at all. Then you have a cop that kills a black man sitting in his apartment eating ice cream because she was trying to get to a booty call, and she get 10 years. In either one of those situations, do you think a minority or a black or a brown person would have gotten the same time? I personally don't think they would have. If they was and at Capitol Hill on January 6th, I feel like they would have had the book thrown at them. So you got to look at the whole thing, and what they're doing is completely um, they just doing it how they want to do it. Now, I don't know if he could get out on good behavior, but the way they set it up, oh, I don't think he'll get back in trouble anymore. It may be an opportunity where he get out on good behavior. So all of that is wrong. You need to be able to hold people accountable, hold them accountable for their action. And that's how you do the law. Don't give them a slap on the wrist because of the color of their skin. No, hold them accountable. I don't care who you are. You do the crime, you do the time. Bottom line, you can learn how to braid some hair or wash some drawers. Either one of them, but you do the crime, you do the time, and that's how to it. So, oh, excuse me. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. So also, we're gonna. I want to know how y'all feel about this. The Greg Abbott, the piece of a governor that we have here in Texas, because he's not a good governor. Um, Judge Clay Jenkins, who is the Dallas County um, judge here, um, he took Greg Abbott to court, and did a great job, and actually won his case. All the boys said uh, they knew where the consequences for trying to execute a governor. They also expected a slap on the wrist. Exactly, and I feel like because before they decided to come up with that plan, they stormed the Capitol. Some of them was armed, and they allowed them in there. If they would have done what was right at that time, January 6th never would have happened. And if I'm not mistaken, I think one of Trump comments um, was encouraging. I think he kind of praised them for storming the Capitol to open Michigan back up. So when you have a dumbass leader like Trump, that's the type of action you get. And it's it never should happen. Never should happen. And unfortunately, because of where we are today, it happens quite a bit. Um, because of the way that Trump ran our country, it happened. That's why we seeing all these people protesting about anti-mask and stuff. You don't realize it's going to protect you and your family. That's why I'm just to the point now. I'm like, fuck it. Wear the mask or don't wear the mask. That's your life. You know the decision you make. That's going to be strictly up to you. It's your decision. Hopefully you make the right decision. But if you don't, that's a consequence you have to deal with. But I truly feel like when they stormed Michigan Capitol last year, or earlier this year, trying to open it back up. Before this incident happened, this never would have been an issue with them trying to kidnap this governor. And not only that, I believe it was another governor. I kind of think it was the governor of Virginia that they had plotted to kidnap him too. So, and it's amazing how a lot of these folks talk about Democrat or racist, Democrat do this, they do that, they violent and all of that. But who are you hearing about trying to overturn government? Who are you hearing about the ones trying to kidnap governors? And it's not Democrat. It shouldn't be a labor on it. But who are you hearing about complaining about mask mandate? I'm just asking because for me, that's your decision if you want to wear your mask or not. But I just um, hope you make the right decision. Hopefully you do. And if you don't, well, guess what? In the upper room, yeah. Just hope you make the right decision. Even myself, I wear a mask. I hope I'm making the right decision myself. Um, Welcome to the show. T-Cal is up in the house. Hey, Kurt Dog. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thank you for always supporting the show. So with Greg Abbott and Judge Clay Jenkins, they need to bring back that celebrity death match. Radio said these people are idiot. Thankfully, they're so bad at executing their plan. They get caught before they can do any damage. Yes, that's a good thing about it. That's a good thing. And a lot of them is so cocky they brag about it. Kind of like the ones from the January 6th terrorist attack going on dating apps. Want to get praised for attacking Capitol Hill, and now they in jail braiding up Big Bubba hair and washing his drawers in the toilet or something. But either way, some of them they talk too much. So it's crazy. T-Cal said they still at it. Well, what we talk about, I know you just came in, but last year when they had the plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan, and I believe it was also the governor of Virginia too. I may be wrong on that, but I know it was at least one of the governor. They talked about kidnapping, and I know the governor in Michigan. They actually talked about kidnapping her and murdering her. So this guy did get arrested. 6 people, I think it was 6 people that was arrested because of it, and said that they used his land to go out there and build a replica of a vacation home, and they shot it up, and this the consequence. So he got 6 years. And I feel like he should have got more time.
Radio said they really just want to be featured on American Dumbest Criminal. I don't know. We may need to get a get a show started talking about the dumbest criminals on the uh, terrorist attack on America or something. Because that would be a long running show. Feature one or two a week. Had it run for years. Um, but yeah, so basically, he was arrested. But I still feel like if they would have, when those people stormed that Capitol in Michigan last year, and I remember Trump saying something about praising them for storming the Capitol and all of this, that would have sent the message if they would have done what they supposed to do. Because it's one thing, um, it's one thing to protest, but then it's a different thing when you go and try to go inside the Capitol. Yeah, you can protest all day long, but they call Black Lives Matter protests a mob and gangsters and everything under the sun except a child of God, and saying how violent it is. But when they go into a capital, Michigan capital, they get praised for it. If that ain't racist, I don't know what else. When you have, unfortunately, Caucasian people, and I don't know, it could have been some minorities out there, but majority Caucasian going out there, storming Capitol Hill, storming Michigan Capitol, they get praised for it. But when you have a peaceful protest, they talk negative about it. I'm just saying that's just racist. Now, it's one thing it's your right to protest, but do it peacefully. Some of these folks went into the capital of Michigan. I think it was alleged some of them had guns and stuff like that, and nothing happened. But if you trying to rush into a government building, those officers at that building supposed to protect the people on the inside and protect that building by any means necessary. And what I mean about that, and I've said it before, if that was a Black Lives Matter on January 6th, it would have been a different reading of the headlines. It would have been a bloodbath. We seen how they lined uh, the National Guard, the Capitol Police, and any other law enforcement available when Black Lives Matter just did a protest out there. But when you have a mob of angry Trump supporters out there, they're not prepared for it. So that's the problem, and they giving these people a slap on the wrist. Giving them a slap on the wrist. They not holding them accountable to the law. I feel like they not, because you try to overthrow our government. If there was any other terrorists, well, guess what? They wouldn't be able to go out the country. They wouldn't be able to go on vacation. They wouldn't be able to go home. That's a problem. So yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion about it. But to answer your question, T-Cal. Well, we know last week or a couple of weeks ago, Judge Clay Jenkins, Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins did file a lawsuit. Well, no, let me take that back. After Greg Abbott put the mandate, uh, Oh, radio said when they plan their attack, they say, "Don't worry. If Plan A doesn't work, there are 25 more letters in the alphabet." Uh, yeah. Um, so when Greg Abbott did the mandate, Greg Abbott actually went and um, filed. He made his own mandate for kids could be able to wear masks to school, and had mandates in Dallas County. Greg Abbott didn't like that, so um, I want to say Judge Clay Jenkins actually filed the lawsuit to stop it. And um, so I think the first time the judge agreed with Greg Abbott, and the judge yesterday, they had a trial yesterday, and the judge sided with Judge Clay Jenkins, saying that it's his duty to protect the citizen of Dallas County. So the mask mandate is in order. Um, now, Judge Clay Jenkins, he was prepared for it. And reason why I say he was prepared, for the simple fact that he had 5 witnesses to testify by this trial by Zoom. Greg Abbott had no witness. That tells you a whole bunch right there. If he feels so adamant about not having a mask mandate, why you don't have no proof? That's a political move. That's basically what it was. Shout out to Judge Clay Jenkins for taking a stand and going against Greg COVID Abbott, because it's time for him to go. Like I've always said, if Clay Jenkins ever run for governor, he have my vote. He has my vote, and I will support him, because we need somebody who's going to be for the people and not just for a small group of supporters. You got to support everybody. You need to listen to everyone in the state to make the right decision. Here it is, Kaufman County shutting their schools down due to the high rise of COVID. But Greg feel like we don't need to wear a mask at school. COVID is running high in the schools. They're running very high. And then on top of that, you have people sending their kids to school knowing that they've been exposed. That's part of another issue. If you know your kid's been exposed, keep them home. Keep them home. Yeah, I know it's an inconvenience, but still, you got to look at the safety of your own child. Keep them home. Then you have all the other folks that is also sending their kids to school. I think it was in Vegas or something where somebody sent their child to school knowing that they had COVID, but they still sent them to school like it was nothing. Welcome to the show, the Italian Stallion. Welcome to the show. Listening in on Twitch. Please take the time to like, share, whatever platform you are on. Take the time to like, share. Click the notification for you can know when we come on live, and you can be a part of the show. Also, if you are on my personal Facebook page, please take the time to go over to the podcast page, speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog, and join us on there for if you decide to chat, we can display your message. My wife liked my face too. That's why we've been married for so long. and my personality. So, but yeah, definitely take the time to like, share, um, tell a friend about us because we are live. And as Marcella Smith say all the time, it's the people show. So everyone is welcome. We don't care who you support or don't support. Only thing we ask for is you bring facts, and you also um, bring facts, and also no conspiracy theory. No conspiracy theory. We only deal with facts here. And also, uh, if you are um, really want to support the show, we're been on um, Spotify, Anchor, on different platform stations. You can always go on there and listen to the show. But now you can also subscribe to the get all the updates of the show. We have some big things coming up for 2022. Um, Miss Risk and I was talking about. So uh, I'm working on that. I'm working on that because I have I'm trying to decide between two names. So, but we are revamping the show. So, soon as I make a decision on it, um, we will do it. Um, you know what? You just made me think about something. Where my pen at? Um, I just thought about something else. I need to write it down because I'm old. Uh, I'm wiser, but um, hold on. Oh, for the ones just not joining, we are live. So sometimes things may come up and we may have to stop and research something or write something down in a live show. Um, so I had to write this down while it came to me because I get off the show and forget about it. Um, so um, yeah, we're working on some big things for next year. So definitely, it's going to take everybody's support. It is. Um, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Um, I'm one of those type of people. I just do what I do, but at this point, yes, we need your support because some of the things that we are looking at doing, it's going to take everybody's support. So, um, so you can actually go to Anchor FM and with the link and subscribe to the channel. Made it very reasonable. Uh, $2.99 a month, which is pretty reasonable. Because I'm comparing the prices, and I'm like, no, that's kind of high. But I said, you know what, $2.99, and what we have planned is going to pay out in the long run. So it'll benefit everybody, but it's going to take a group effort. So we still going to be doing the shows here, but we also going to be uh, doing more shows on Anchor and everything. So definitely be a part of it. Get in now because you never know. You never know. All of and I'm as soon as what I was telling Marcel, as soon as I pinpoint the name, we will be doing that and getting shirts available and doing that. So um, all the boys said, I can't even get through security in a government building with an outside beverage. You ain't never lying. Um, put it like this. I can't even get through the airport with a bottle of cologne. Cause I think we was going to get married or something, and I had a nice bottle of cologne. I can't even think the name of it. And the TSA guy was like, "Oh, you sure smelling good?" I said, "Oh, I guess, thank you. Um, and as my bag went through the x-ray, he said, yeah, is this the cologne you have on? I said, yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna smell good in it too. I'm like, what you mean? He said that those ounces are too big, and your bags are already gone. So you can't put it in your bag. So the best thing I can offer you to do, y'all don't give it to me, or you could go over there and put it in the trash and I'll get it later. I was pissed. I was pissed. My wife gave me that cologne. It made her feel a certain type of way when she smelled it. I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing this one. It's all on. End up having to throw it away by that dude walking around smelling like it. So that's that's what they do. Um, uh, oh wow, I didn't see this. Let me verify this real quick, cause um, I have no idea. We're talking about. I want to say we was on our way to get married, so we're talking about 14 years ago, and but it was a good smelling cologne. Um, because when it come down to cologne and stuff like that, normally my wife she purchased those to what she want me to what she would love for me to wear. So um, if it was up to me, I'd go to some wild country. I'm lying. Some um, it was one cologne that it's been hard to find that she bought me while we was dating called Ferrari. I think I still had a container, but I've been looking for it, and it was actually good. I love the way that one smell. But so if somebody from the Ferrari company that make this cologne, y'all want to send a bottle or two, I got you. Um, so it was actually pretty good. I like it came with a little red bottle and low set. So it was pretty nice. But um, I'm trying to uh, uh, okay, no, that's nothing. No, I won't be doing that. And you know what's crazy? Um, years ago, years ago, I think someone gave me one of his ties for Christmas. Probably about 20 years ago. I never wore that thing. Never wore it. I don't know. I feel like if I wore it, it may get tight on my neck all of a sudden. um, so nah, he don't need to put out no cologne. He probably smell like Diet Coke and Oreos or something with a hint of the bathroom. Uh, Diet Coke, Oreos, and in the bathroom. Yeah, I don't want nothing from him. Um, so um, we're gotta have a couple more subjects we're gonna cover, and uh, I'm gonna do a quick update on the R. Kelly trial. This is getting worse by the hour. So New York, a lawyer for R. Kelly on Wednesday tried to undercut claims by a woman accusing the R&B singer of sexual abuse by showing letters she wrote to family members in which she accused her parents of selling her out. Attorney Kennick asked the woman known on the witness stand as Jane, to read letters in which she said her parents had suggested she lie to Kelly about her age and that they tried to benefit financially from her relationship with him. Um, in an updated letter to her brother, Jane said her mother would nag her to take photos and videos of her and Kelly so she could blackmail him. She pushed her to dress provocative for the singer. Now 23, Jane told prosecutor that Kelly, 54, coerced her and other young women to write the letters in order to protect him from possible legal trouble. The defendant would tell us exactly what to say. Jane testified on her third day on the witness stand at Kelly sex abuse trial in federal court in Brooklyn. Kelly, known for the Grammy-winning song "I Believe I Can Fly," has pled not guilty to charges that he ran a decade-long racketeering scam in which he abused 6 women and girls, including Jane and the late singer Aaliyah. A few of Kelly's fans gathered outside the courthouse on Wednesday to show support. His signs reading "Free R. Kelly" was scribbled in bright color chalk on the pavement nearby. Jane said Jane has said she met Kelly at a Florida music festival, later lived with him until the summer of 2019, and left him for good that October. She said that during their first meeting, Kelly pressured her into having oral sex before granting her a singing audition. Jane says she began regular meeting with Kelly and having sex with him in different cities. She testified that her parents eventually agreed to put her under the care of a woman Kelly knew so Jane could live with the singer in Chicago while attending high school virtually. Later on Wednesday, Malik Benadol, a former high school friend of Jane, testified that Jane told her in text message exchange in 2015 that she had sexual intercourse with Kelly and that she believed she was pregnant. Prosecutors showed text message between the two teenagers at the time, one containing baby bottle emojis. Kelly also faces sex-related crimes in Illinois and Minnesota. Um, an accusation of sexual-related misconduct in discussion in the 2019 Life document, Surviving R. Kelly. Um, so people can say R. Kelly, and I've said it too, he had the wrong people around him. But R. Kelly should have had enough sense to know this is not what you do. But he had enough sense to try to get them to write letters discrediting their parents in case any legal matters came up. How about have enough sense not to mess with a child? Yeah, the parents, they wanted to see their child succeed and want them to be an artist, which I'm R. Kelly is a genius when it comes down to music. He's good at what he do when it comes down to music only. Um, but if you know a person record, don't put your kids in a cage with a pedophile. This is not something that recently happened. R. Kelly's whole career have had a stain on it because of allegations like this. But people would overlook it, all because of the music that he made. And I hate to say it, even when he came out with 12 Play, I was like, hey, this dude is great. Even the song Seem Like You're Ready, hey, that's a jam. Even when he came out with Aaliyah, when she wrote 5-page letter, age ain't nothing but a number. That's something that I feel R. Kelly probably told her. Age ain't nothing but a number. But that number at your age, and you're dealing with a child, someone underage, that's wrong. Now, if both of you was the same age, that's completely different. But when you 10, 15 years older, however much older you were, and you're having a sex with a child, and these victims, if you are a victim of sexual assault, abuse, or anything, speak up. When this young lady said she was forced to give him oral sex before she could ever audition with him, she should have left and said something. But people get starstruck. They like, hey, this R. Kelly. This is R. Kelly. I could kick off my career if I just do this one thing. You should never, you should never sell your body or your soul to the devil. I understand the kids was young, trying to get their music career going. But no, someone violates you, say something. And if your parents saying, oh, it's okay, it's just this one thing, hell no. Say something. Like I say, R. Kelly did the crime, he got to do the time. This is going to be interesting. I'm holding on to all my R. Kelly stuff, all his CDs and stuff. 'Cause, I know at some point it's going to be worth a little something. Because I don't see him seeing the daylight again, but we shall see. So I know everybody it's very entertaining, and we talked about this on the show briefly, but the reality of it, all challenges that you see on social media is not good. We have to think about the action of them. We've seen the videos of the crate challenge. We've seen those videos. Now, here's the problem with the crate challenges. We've seen where people have fell off the crates. At least one incident was pushed off the crate. And stacking those crates up high like that, it's not it's not meant to be. Yeah, I know back in the days up under the shade tree, we would use those crates to sit on. But that was one crate. And even that one crate would be kind of shaky. Um, and back about 25 years ago, I worked for a local milk company that had those crates where we had to deliver the milk in those crates. And even then, with milk in those crates, they were still shaky and easy to overturn. You make a hard turn or something, you'll have milk running out the back of your truck because those crates are shaky. But I don't know who started this crate challenge. It's very entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. To see people trying it, it's very entertaining. But you also have to have sense because a young lady here in Dallas, I guess it happened yesterday. And when the story came out, said she was doing the crate challenge for $5. For $5, which I've seen a lot of people do the crate challenge, and they made money off of it to do it. All money ain't good money though. But this young lady did a crate challenge here in Dallas, allegedly for $5. Got up there to the top. She fell. And as soon as she fell, blood started running out her head. Last heard, she's in serious condition. I think I even seen where she possibly broke her neck or something. But at first, when it happened, and she laid there motionless, and you have all these people around her looking at her and laughing and stuff while she's not moving, which is a scary sight. And they said a passerby just so happened to seen it and called 911, which probably is what saved her life. Because all those folks that were standing around watching her, they laughing about it, not realizing that this woman is dying. Even in the video I seen, they're like, oh yeah, blood coming out her head, and they laughing. And someone was like, y'all call 911. Um, so look, be smart about these challenges. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen many challenges, and I've seen a couple of people that actually succeeded and actually made it all the way across. So without falling. But it's not worth your life. It's not worth it. And put it like this. The young lady was a BBW. I think I'm saying it right. Big beautiful woman. BBW, but I'm a big size man. There's no way in hell I'm getting up on some damn crates. I know better. I probably won't make it up past the second one. Because when you're like myself, healthy, you get up on something already shaking and those now you feel like you're doing the Butch Johnson quake or something. Yeah, I get up there and crate shaking, and now you got all this extra body flowing with the motion. It's not going to end well. I'm just saying. I've seen many videos where people tried it, they failed. And I only seen a couple of videos where somebody actually made it from one side to the other side. But to answer your question on the board, no. She got to the top, and the way they set it up is like a pyramid, like steps. It goes up, then you got to come down on the other side. And in the video, she was at the top of the pyramid and lost her balance, and the crates fell, and she fell and hit her head. So hopefully she make a full recovery, a speedy recovery. Radio, I'm sure you can find some of these on, well, you don't do social media that much, but I'm sure you type it in on YouTube. They'll come up. They'll come up. I'm not gonna lie, it's very entertaining. But people got to be smart about it. They set up these crates, a tower of crates, where you're supposed to start at one end, walk up it, then walk down. I don't know who started it, but this been going on at least, I think I found out at least a week ago. So I've seen many videos, and Miss Rissy sent me the video of the story I just talked about today. which is very scary to see a person laying down like that and motionless, lifeless. And matter of fact, I was gonna talk about it last night, but uh, um, um, once again, we are live. Um, it was a crate challenge in another state that they hold on. Want to make sure I get it pulled up. So um, said this happened. I seen it yesterday. Where I'm trying to find out what city it was in. I want to say it was Baltimore or somewhere, but I don't know for sure. Let me make sure. Um, um, uh, Trying to see exactly where this was. Um, oh, wait a minute. Is this word? Hold on. I don't want. You know what? I think it is. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Now, this might be completely different than what I thought it was. Um, oh wow. Okay. Um, it's closer than what I thought it was. So I thought it was in Baltimore, and shout out to Baltimore. I apologize. I said the wrong city. Well, apparently this happened in Shreveport, Louisiana. Um, said 3 people shot dead during the controversial milk crate challenge. At least 3 people were killed in a drive-by shooting in Louisiana where a group of men were shooting a popular new TikTok challenge video, according to a local report. The gunfire happened outside Linwood Public Charter School in Shreveport on Sunday afternoon, where the men were filming the crate challenge, a viral TikTok trend where people attempt to walk over a tall pyramid-like structure made of plastic crates without dismantling it. In a video shared by a Twitter user that also captured the shooting, a man is seen walking on a plastic crate pyramid carefully as at least 3 people are standing and watching him attempt the challenge. Seconds before gunshots are heard, the person shooting the video flees the spot and hides behind a car parked nearby. This man is also heard saying, Give me my gun, give me my gun." It has been suspected that the shooting was aimed at 2 cars parked nearby. One woman found dead in the back seat of a car was identified as 19-year-old Paris King. Another news report confirmed. Police have said that one person tried to drive away from the spot, but stopped after realizing that the woman in the car had stopped breathing. In a separate incident, police found the woman dead in the back seat of a car around 6:11 p.m. on East 70th Street at Gilbert Drive. Police have said the 2 crime scenes are related. The scene of crimes, Linwood Avenue and St. Vincent Avenue and East 70 at Gilbert, have now been closed for investigation. Gun violence and homicide has spiked in Shreveport as at least 45 incidents reported this year, making a 96% rise from 2020, according to official data. So this happened in Streetport. Doing a TikTok challenge, crate challenge. So I don't know if y'all can. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on my phone. And that actually came from Yahoo News. See if I can pull it up because I've actually seen this video um, where um, so I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Y'all can hear this video of the actual shooting. Just a minute. Yeah, that was the incident of the shooting while doing the crate challenge, where 3 people were shot. I don't know if it had anything to do with the crate challenge, but who knows? Either way, it's we have to take our neighborhoods back over and prevent things like this from happening. Yeah. Uh, uh, no, it's not for charity. I didn't see that part of the radio. Um, it's just a TikTok challenge that somebody came up with this idea to do crate challenges. And when they came up with it, it just went viral. And now you have people all over the world doing it. Matter of fact, I sent Miss Risky a a video earlier. I think it was in Jamaica. Was it Jamaica or somewhere in a different country? And um, I told her, this dude, I don't know exactly where it was, but I was like, you know what? I hope that dude had all the kids he was gonna have. Because after doing what he did, uh, yeah, it was in Jamaica. Actually, she sent it to me from Snoop's. I guess she seen it on Snoop Dogg page on Instagram. And this guy came up doing the challenge, get up on top. He decided to do jump with his legs spread and hit the other side of the crate. So I'm sure, um, I hope he had all the kids he wanted to have, and hopefully no major damage. But looking at the video, it's not good. But a lot of people have done it. I briefly talked about this young lady that was allegedly a drug user. She did the challenge and she wasn't doing it right. And some guy came up and pushed the crates down, and the young lady was crying. And you could hear in the video saying, "Look, you got $50 worth of dope to do it. So you ought to be happy. You shouldn't be crying." So the thing is it's interesting to see the videos, but it's also dangerous of what they're doing. Uh, yes, you are right, all aboard. They are calling it the Hood Olympics, and it's really eventually somebody, well, besides the 3 people that were shot, eventually someone gonna end up losing their life behind it, because I did see one video. This guy almost made it down, but he hit his head first on the concrete. Some of them may be set up on a concrete sidewalk or a parking lot or something. Some may be um, set up in the grass, which is very dangerous because a lot of grass is not going to be even when you're setting up on the grass, and it's just not going to be even. So yeah, be careful doing these type of challenges, which a lot of people do them to basically get popularity on social media, and it shouldn't be like that. Um, uh, that will be an ass whooping. Uh, ready to say, I've seen the other ridiculous challenge where people go up and randomly sucker punch people and film it. That will be an ass whooping. Matter of fact, they do it to the wrong person. It might be one of those stand your grounds things. You don't know what somebody finna do. They come up and sucker punch you, and especially in Texas, since and I hear pretty soon it's going to be legal for everybody to carry firearms. So you do these type of challenges you want to, you going up to the upper room for the simple fact you come up and hit somebody and you don't know this person, just randomly walk up and hit them, and you do it to the wrong person, and if they packing, you just threaten their life. They don't know what you're trying to do, and they have every rights to put something hot on that ass, um, which is you do that you want to, you're gonna find yourself going up to the upper room, and that's what's gonna happen. If you find that right person, you won't have to worry about hitting nobody else, because when they put something hot on that ass, you're gonna think about it. Your actions already been done, and it's gonna be over with. Radio said, like the true cowards they are, they always do it to people smaller than them. They did it to a young woman up here in Vancouver. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, some of these young people today are just people in general. Do not underestimate somebody's size. You might think um, um, just because a person is small, they can't throw these hands, or you don't know if they packing or not. You taking a risk. Would you want somebody to come up and do the same thing to you? Just come up randomly, just haul off and hit you? You taking a risk. They will be taking a risk. And and people gotta understand, you gotta respect everybody. That's kind of like when I was talking about those fights at the football game. This one dude, he was a heavyset dude, but he was going from left to right. It was like 4 or 5 dudes trying to fight him, and he was going left to right, beating all of them until somebody came up from behind and got him from behind. Then they all attacked him. So the thing is, you gotta be smart about what you do this day and time. Your action could cost you your life, and for whatever reason, people don't have time to play. You come up and hit somebody, you think they're gonna wait and ask you why you hit me, what you why you do that, see what your next action gonna be? No, they're gonna bust a cap in your ass. and it's going to be justified. You just coming up hitting somebody. I know up in Canada, you cannot carry firearms, but still, you hit the right person, they chase you down, beat the shit out of you, and won't think twice about it. And that's called karma, instant karma. So you got to be careful who you're doing. And for a man to walk up and just hit a woman, you're a low down, dirty scum. Just walk up to hit a woman. You need your ass whooped. Um, yeah, but these challenges are getting out of hand. I understand people want to do challenges and stuff like that. Um, which challenges are cool, but come up with one where there's no danger in it. But unfortunately, with the society that we live in, this is a challenge that a lot of people is interested in, even though it's dangerous. You see the videos, you see people um, getting up there, and I'm like, whoa. And I seen this one video. Well, I didn't see the video. I only seen a screenshot. Uh, this one woman, she was getting up there, and I said, no, 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 no. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do it because I didn't see the video. I just seen a screenshot of it, and I said, no, don't embarrass yourself like that. I don't care what type of shape you're in. It's not one of those situations that is going to be good. Um, hold on. Everything all right? Okay, I'm still on the show. All right. Sorry about that. My wife called. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm doing the show. She calling me. I'm like, well, what's going on? Yeah. Um, but yeah, I seen that young lady. I said, no, please don't do that. Please don't. But I haven't seen the video, so I don't know if she did it or not. Mm-mm. Radio says sucking punching is so dangerous. Half the time, the person is so stunned they can't even protect themselves when they fall. Exactly. Uh, and here's the key: you got to look at certain things. If that person fall, seriously injure themselves, when you get caught, because you will get caught. Uh, when you get caught, you're gonna face charges for an assault and whatever injuries they have. And if they mess around and die, guess what? You caused a murder, so you probably either gonna get charged with murder, manslaughter, or whatever it is. All because you think it's funny. And then you go around and put it on social media. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. So definitely respect everybody. Respect everybody because some of these things are way out of hand. They're way out of hand, and you have to be able to respect everyone. So um, so hopefully those families that was affected by um, the ones that was murdered in that crate challenge. Not saying that it had anything to do with the crate challenge. Could have just been an incident that happened close by. Um, uh, oh, hey, I'm back. And my YouTube kicked me out. Oh, okay. Um, I guess YouTube's kind of, because when we first came on, I was wondering if the chat was working up on my monitor, and I guess it is. Sometime I wonder if it's working. I don't know why that story not coming out. So I'm not gonna do that. I hate when places want you to sign up for their challenge, for their news and all of this. But yeah, be careful. Be careful. We're in some trying time. I understand that a lot of people are dealing with a lot of issues, dealing with this pandemic, um, and I'm gonna say uh, I've said it all along that um, that at some point we're probably facing another shutdown. Um, we're probably going to face another shutdown because of some leaders that did not do the right thing in the beginning. And this is what happened when you make your own decision for a mass of people. So it's a good chance we may end up go to another shutdown. I said all along, 9 times out of 10. Um, Texas would be the last state. We would be the last state. So, because Greg Abbott, he's not, uh, 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 don't know what happened, but I'm like, oh, okay. Um, TCal back in the house. I didn't know you was off. So that's good. And also, I'm gonna just say this: it's your choice if you get the mask or not. They haven't said yet, but I have a feeling it's gonna come. For the simple fact, the way that Greg Abbott have handled this pandemic. Because I'm like this: you go to court and you don't have not one witness to back up your theory of why we shouldn't have a mask mandate. But you're banning these masks mandate, um, and that's a problem. You don't want people to protect themselves, and for the schools, the kids are the most vulnerable ones because from 11 down they can't get vaccinated, and you don't even want them to protect themselves. So how is that going to benefit us? I feel eventually we will go back into a shutdown. If our numbers continue to rise, yes, it's just a matter of time. Um, just a matter of time before it happened. Trying to pull up our updates and uh, here in Texas. Oh Lord, this is as of yesterday. Um, Dallas County. Um, well, this was updated 10 hours ago. Total cases in Dallas County 340,000. Um, that's a plus 1,302 cases, plus 14 deaths. Texas is plus 21,065 new cases, plus 210 cases. And Dallas County on a 7-day average is 1,200. No, I take that back. As of yesterday, on a 7-day average, 1,305 cases on a 7-day average. Number of new cases yesterday, 1,302. So it's not looking good. Look like it's trending back up because in January it was up, then it went down in February, went up in March, went back down. June it was down, and since June 10th it started going back up. So, and it's still climbing. So I think, oh, excuse me, I think eventually uh, it uh, will get worse. Ooh, excuse me. See, that's why you should wear your mask, because kind of like then when that sneeze came on, I didn't have a chance to really react to it. And if I was out in public with no mask on, and if I had the virus, I can infect someone else. And just because of that sneeze. So, um, and then I keep hand sanitizer right here on my desk. So as soon as I did it, I also clean my hands. And um, to get out talking about, unfortunately, we would be last. Then when I sneeze, I'm not looking. Um, but that's the reason why we should wear the mask, because you never know when a sneeze may come up, a cough may come up, anything can happen. But you can protect yourself and protect people around you just because of that mask. If I wasn't in this room by myself, I was out in public, didn't have a mask on, then I sneezed like that unexpectedly. Um, and if I had the virus and don't know I have it, even though I've been vaccinated, I can affect other people around me. That's the reason why the mask should be worn. So hopefully everybody understand that. And me sneezing, that was not a planned sneeze, because I'm like, whoa, um, I don't know what happened. I guess and the air came on at the same time, so I don't know. So maybe it had something to do with that. But other than that, I appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. Like I said, please go and you have the opportunity of being a part of something great. We're still getting the information together. You can go to anchor.fm, subscribe to the channel. It's just $2.99, $2.99 a month. Uh, we're gonna be doing. I think what eventually gonna happen, we're gonna be doing some shows strictly um, for the podcast Anchor, um, different type of shows. So you may want to subscribe to it. It'll be completely. We'll have some of these on there, but then we'll probably do shows that will be completely different than what we do on here. So you might want to subscribe to it. Um, and go with it like that. So we will see. We're still working everything out. And uh, tomorrow night, Miss Risky will be in the house. Um, she will be in the house if the good Lord said the same. We're gonna kick it tomorrow. So oh, we're gonna be doing updates tomorrow on some stories. So won't be history. Well, I guess it will be history. It won't be our normal history, but we're gonna do our follow up on some update on some cases that people actually asked us about. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow along with some other things. We're gonna kick it tomorrow. So bring your cocktail, and we're gonna do it up. So other than that, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Until tomorrow night, be safe, protect yourself. If you're out in this heat, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluid, because this heat ain't no joke. So until tomorrow night, I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.